Hey, what's up YouTube? AvrielR32 here, bringing you guys a new deck profile, and it is my lightray lightsworn deck. Senior Blanco 88 did a version of this. This is my version. I feel that this is not the best build, but I would say that this is the best way to copy it and then edit it, edit it to your own liking. There is some things I do want to bring up in this video real quick before I get started. First of all, my Galactic Overlord box opening. I did get the box about, I believe it was about Wednesday or so. I go to upload it, and I was going to wait to upload it just because I wanted to make sure everything came out right and stuff like that. And I go to open up my computer, and an update had to happen, and so I lost the video. Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't too good of a box. I mean, I didn't pull like card Ds and stuff. The only stuff I really pulled was just a Herratic Dragon of a Tomb, other Herratic stuff, some Ultimate Inzector card. It's like a Call the Haunted for Inzectors. I forget what it's called. Like Inzect conversion. Pulled an Ultimate of that, and then I pulled some other kind of Ultimate, lightray Gearfried. Anyways, so and then there's some other things I do need to bring up. I'm gonna wait on that for another video. Anyways, let's start off with the boss monsters. Basically, you have 3 JD. JD's pretty basic. I mean, you have a lightsworn engine for a reason, and this guy just helps with that. And JD's one of the most powerful cards in this game, I believe. Next up, we have 2 lightray Diablos. His effect is he can't be normal summoned or set. He can only be special summoned by having 5 or more light monsters in your graveyard with different names. And once per turn, I can banish a light monster, and I can select a set card on your side of the field. You have to flip it up, and I get to choose whether to put it on the top or bottom of your deck. And then 2 lightray Daedalus. He's pretty good, pretty much against the Gravekeeper matchup. Other than that, if your opponent doesn't really have a field spell, then he's more just a 2600 beater. Once again, can't be normal summon or set. He can be special by having 4 or more light monsters in your graveyard. They don't have to be different names. I could have 2 Janes and 2 Garoths, and I could play Daedalus. And then once a turn, I can target a field spell card on your side of the field, target 2 cards on your side of the field, and pop them. So say you have a Necro Valley with 2 set monsters on the field, I can pop your Necro Valley and your 2 monsters. And then lightray Gearfried. He's the same thing as Diablos. He can't be normal summon or set, can only be special summoned by having 5 or more light monsters with different names in your graveyard. And once per turn, during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, I can banish 1 warrior type monster from my graveyard, negate the activation. If I do destroy it, all face up monsters I control must be warrior type to activate to resolve this effect. So basically, if the only monster you have on your side of the field is lightray Gearfried, and you've got a Garoth in your graveyard, be ready to negate something. Gores, just to help protect you from being OTK'd. 1 Celestia, to start off with the lightsworn engine. This has always been a good card in the lightsworn decks, in my opinion. It's just one of those cards that is basically a 2300 beat stick Gyzaris, basically. I mean, and it's very good for the milling aspect. Double Lumina, now that we can run 2, why not? It's a lightsworn deck for a reason. 2 Jane, just a good 2100 beat stick. Garoth, this card helps out so much that you would like never freaking believe. Like, I could have a Jane in play and then drop a Garoth, and I can either exceed into a rank 4 if I really want to, or I can just leave it on the field and let my Jane mill 2, and then let my Garoth mill 2, and maybe draw 1 or 2 cards. Lila for the back row hate, you run 2 because you want to be able to really get that back row out of the way. Back row can be a big issue with this deck. 1 Aaron, once again, same thing like I said about Celestia. It's always been one of those cards that's always been really good in any kind of lightsworn deck. 1 Wolf, why 1 Wolf? Multiple wolves can be dead and can be inconsistent. 1 Wolf, even if you open with it, this deck is so consistent that you're usually going to be opening up Solar Recharge. If you don't, it's really no big deal, and you rarely ever open up with the Wolf anyways, and you're more than likely going to mill it. 1 Raikou, pretty much just for charge, really. I mean, usually whenever I go to mill 3 with charge and I go to search, usually as long as I don't mill my 1 Raikou randomly, or open with my Raikou, I'm usually going to go for it. 2 Effect Veil, you got to have hand traps in this deck. 2 Card Trooper, it's always been something that's been used in most lightsworn decks. It helps with the milling aspect. You get a free draw once he's destroyed, and he can possibly go up to 1900. Honest. I don't even need to explain that. Um, 3 solar recharge. It's using Chaos Dragons, using lightray light sworns, you have enough targets. 1 charge. It's always been a good card in any light sworn deck. It's just one of those kind of staple cards. Monster Born, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, and Book of Moon, all staples. Double Monster Reincarnation. Helps you recycle through your JDs, your Diabloses, all your stuff. And Avarice, because you can mill very quickly with this deck. I was actually playing, I don't even know what the guy was even running. He showed me one of the cards that he had in his hand, which was Rainbow Life. But the only card that he got a chance to play on me was Book of Eclipse, because I ended up milling 3 from, like, I think it was like Solar Recharge or something. Or no, it was Charge of the Light Brigade. And I milled a spell, like 2 spells and a wolf. And I ended up dropping a wolf, and then I got the Raikou, and I set the Raikou. He eclipses me, I draw 2, and I proceed to beat him that next turn. And then 2 MST, just for good back row hate. Side deck. Side deck's just these 2 guys, because I was thinking about putting these in. But I like this build. You can throw these in if you want. I haven't really tested with them, but you can throw them in and test with them if you want. I don't really care. For your rank 3 exceeds, you have Majoritim and Acid Golem. Acid Golem is just a good 3,000 beat stick, and Majoritim can basically they give him 1,500, but he can basically go up to 3 grand if you attack with this guy. During the damage step, when a Djinn monster you control is attacking an opponent's monster, this guy for example, I can detach and see material from him, and then his attack goes up to 3 grand until the end phase, and then his effect can only be used once per turn. 2 Utopia and Utopia Ray, pretty staple. Maze Stroke, just another good Djinn card, it's busted. Photon Palaprio Operative. This card's very broken, especially whenever your opponent realizes that you can get game very easily and is trying to go on the defensive. 2 level 4 monsters, once per turn I can detach and see material, target a defense position monster on the field, change to face attack mode, loses 600 attack. For your synchros, you have a Stardust, a Black Rose, a Brio, a Catastor, an Arknight Parashath, a Red Dragon Archfiend, and for your fusions, you have Chimera Tech. Chimera Tech's just a staple. Red Dragon Archfiend is, I wouldn't say it's making a comeback, but Chamburn loves to set monsters. It seems the ones that I play against love to set Marshmallow in first turn. At least that's what my teammate does, and that's why I know how to play against Chamburn really well. But it's a no-skill deck, so let's not even go into that. Arknight Parashath. What does this guy do? He's 1 turn Swarmer non-tier light monsters, so pretty much you just use Effect Failure to get to any of your synchros. And once per turn, I can change the battle position 1 face-up monster my opponent controls, and then during battle between him and a defense position monster, he just inflicts the difference in battle damage to your opponent. So he does piercing, and he can also change the battle position of a monster, and he's a level 8, 2600. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the deck. Leave your comments down below about what you guys think about it. I've only lost 1 game with this deck on Dueling Network, and I've been playing with it for the past week. It does very well against Chamburn as long as you just play conservative and hold your cards until you know that you can get game. Like, if you know your opponent's holding 3 Battle Faders, you might as well just keep on poking with your Jane, and be careful with the amount of cards that you mill. And just side deck those Prime Material Dragons. I don't see why people are using Death Wombat. Just use Prime Material Dragon. Yeah, it's a sack off, but you lock up your opponent because they can't do anything. Drop Lava Golem, I'm just going to bottomless you. Or, okay, sack off the lava for a Prime Material. Sorry! In the words of Senior Blanco 88. But yeah, guys, that's the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, and I've got some other stuff to talk about in the next video. But yeah, guess that's it, guys. Later.